Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum. I got him, you got him, we got him. Comic issues, yeah!
Hello everyone, welcome to Comic Issues number 14, the channel where I collect them and you select them. For anybody new, thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. The way it works is in the description of the video I have box numbers corresponding to my long and short boxes full of comics. So the letter and the number. So you pick a letter and you pick a number that falls below the number to the right of the letter. We'll put that on a wheel. We'll do a spin. Whatever it lands on, we do an opening of the comic, do a review. So everybody who's continues to watch and support and put the letters and numbers on there, I really appreciate it. It's fun. It's been really fun for me, and I hope it's been fun for you guys. We're going through kind of a heat wave here today. It's our first nice day in a while, and so I decided to break out the summer wear and hopefully keep the heat around. Check that out. Batman with hyacinths. Pretty cool shirt. I like it. It's actually really hot in here right now. I need to open a window, but it's too loud outside. The birds and everything just will drown into the audio, so can't do that yet. So put on a sleeveless. Just put on the sleeveless. Anyways, let's get into this video and see what we get for the spin. Here we go. Let's spin it now. Spin, 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 spin. N22. No, P96 at the end. Here we go. All right. Let's see what this comic is. I'll get my wife to come up and pull it out of the box for us. Be right back with you. All right, I'm back. Forgot to tell you a couple things before we get into the comic. So I got a new tattoo. Just wanted to show you it because it looks just like a friggin' comic page, and the reason is I got it done by Brian Level, Illuminati Tattoo. He's a comic book artist. He's been around for a while now. He's just separation anxiety. If you've read Separation Anxiety, it's pretty good. Look at some of this art. I also got my order in from Rob Guillory. Check this out. Original page art. This is Farmhand 15, page 3. Look at the comparison. It's cool to have something that's original and got put in the actual comic. So, without further ado, boom. Handle with care, fragile. Thank you. Let's see what this sucker is. All right. Cool. Dark Knights of Metal. Dark Knights of Metal. This is Batman the Dawnbreaker. So I think this is a Batman Green Lantern mix. Gotta tell you, I didn't like the Dark Knights of Metal. Thought it was the story was really cool until the end. I hated the end of it. If you guys have read it and you liked it, we might like a little bit of different things, but I just thought it was a cop-out. It was a bad way to go to start a new thing. Everybody coming out of those portals and everything with just the new metal. Nah, not for me. I think this is the story. No, maybe it's not. I think that might be Justice League Dark, where Superman gets tore to pieces in a tornado of fingernails. That was wild, but yeah, I don't even really remember anything about Dark Knights of Metal. I have them all, and I read them all, but I heard these offshoots are pretty good. So I'm interested to see this Batman Green Lantern crossover. Let's get into it, see what happens. Wow, what a great comic. Yeah, it was a good one. I like these multiverse things. I'd like them better than the main storyline, just because you don't have to know the whole backstory about everything, and it's kind of like little micro series or a little maxi series or something where it's just a couple issues and the story's over with and it goes on to somewhere else. You can choose to go after it or you can not choose to go after it. It's just a lot of fun. Multiverse is so good. I'll say that's the best thing for me that DC and Marvel do, is when they do those offshoots like that. So good. This is one of those. This is a new multiverse. This is a dark multiverse. So this is the one where the Batman Who Laughs lives in, right? But a different one, I guess. But anyways, this was written by Sam Humphries, and Sam Humphries has done Blackbird, Green Lantern, the legendary Star-Lord. He's like 340 something plus issues he's been a writer on. And the art in this thing is just amazing. So good. Every page is like a cover page. I mean, if Ethan Van Sciver sold these things, I'm sure they went for, $1,000 to $2,000, maybe more, a page for the 11 by 17 originals. Man, covers go for a lot, and the art in this is so good. So Ethan Van Sciver has done Green Lantern, Flash, JLA, Justice League of America. There's so many different runs of that, though. I don't like. He's been on a couple of them. He's got 440 plus issues, so he's done a lot. So let's get into this story, and we start. The story starts, and it's kind of like a background of the Dawnbreaker, like what happened. This is going to tell where he's coming from and stuff like that, and kind of lead into where he's going. So we start, and it's your regular old Bruce Wayne story. They're walking down the alley. The dude comes out. He demands the money, the wallet, and the pearls, and all that stuff. Ends up shooting both Bruce's mom and dad, and that's that's where you're thinking is going to happen. So here he is standing over his dead parents. The quintessential Batman story, right? So you're thinking, oh, okay, well, they're not doing much with that. But then, so the thief runs off, and Bruce is like, he's so distraught, but he's like, I don't feel anything anymore. He's just lost all fear and everything. So in flies this green beam, just shooting around. It comes in his, it comes to rest in his front of his face, and it starts talking to him. And it's the Green Lantern ring. So he's like, you have the ability to overcome great fear. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps. That's all it took, was Bruce getting broken, and here comes the green. He's a Green Lantern now. It's kind of a little cheesy, but. So that gets the story rolling. So now Bruce puts the ring on, and he feels the power. He's like, I automatically know what I'm doing now. So he goes after the Crook, and the Crook's like, here, take the money, take everything, just don't hurt me. And Bruce is like, I'm not helpless now, and he wants to kill him, right? But the Green Lantern ring, that stuff doesn't fly with the Green Lantern, right? But Bruce has so much willpower that he just keeps overloading this ring, and eventually, just the willpower of he has more willpower than the ring has willpower to keep him from doing this. So eventually, Lethal Force is enabled, destroys that guy. Look at this picture; it's amazing. The art in this is just so good. I can't explain how good it is. You can see it yourself, but man, the one gripe I do have, every panel in this thing is askewed. It's just everywhere. So then the next thing, what does Bruce want more than after getting rid of the guy who killed his parents? He wants him back. So he's made this ring do a lot of crazy things already. He just got it. So he brings back his mom and dad, and there they are as zombies. And but he knows that he's just putting life back into them, kind of manipulating them like marionettes or whatever. So he drops them, and he just goes out and starts doing his thing. And he's just taking out all of his aggressions on all the villains pretty much in Gotham. So here he is on the rooftop with Jim, like they always do. But this time he ain't taking no crap from Jim, and Jim's not taking any crap from him. So he's telling him, you better watch your mouth. I can do some stuff to you. So he starts questioning about missing persons cases that's going around, kind of hinting at, what are you doing to these guys, Bruce? There's something, you're doing something to them. So here we see, Bruce is kind of thinking back of what he's been doing to these guys, and you see Scarecrow there, and Bruce is just taking Scarecrow out. No Arkham for him this time. He's toast. So Bruce is like, Jim Gordon's like, or Bruce is like, what do you? I know what you're talking about. I know you're talking about. You're talking about the Penguin, right? So Jim Gordon's like, yeah. Where's he at? And Bruce just tells him to look up, and he says lights out. So he takes all of the light from the whole area besides himself, and you can see him glowing right here. And it shows it kind of shows Bruce, crashing into, I think this is a flashback. This is not actually what Jim's seeing. It shows Bruce dashing into one of the Penguin's parties and abducting him and flying him up to space. So here you see a penguin actually flying, which is kind of cool. These guys, I don't know why they just didn't give up. So he's going up to space. Then you see him just dropping him in like these asteroids or something, just blowing him up, just destroying the Penguin. So he's like, Gordon, like I said, look up. You see pieces of him everywhere. So we're back on the roof now, and Gordon's kind of trying to put him down, like, this is not what you do. Don't you feel bad about this? And Bruce is like, shut up, man. You have a daughter, right? It's pretty sad, because she'll have to grow up without a father, alone. He kills Jim Gordon. Batman kills Jim Gordon as the Green Lantern. Amazing stuff, guys. Amazing. So after that happens, immediately, here comes all the other Green Lantern Corps, and they're just surrounded him, and they're like, we can't let you do this. And Bruce Wayne's like, you know what? I've got friends too. So you see in the middle panel, you're surrounded by these demons that Bruce has found in the dark, while he's been taking the light from himself and taking the light from the ring. And this was going to be my panel pick. I had it all listed out as my panel pick, but then in 2 more pages, I found my actual panel pick. So here you see, this is some of the stuff that's been happening. These other Green Lanterns, those little guys, the little guys that look like kind of like the Watchers, but they're not the Watchers, because this is not What If, and it's not Marvel. So, but yeah, these are kind of like the Watcher guys, but they're Green Lanterns. He's getting his head ripped off here. No remorse. No remorse. Panel pick. Look how awesome that looks. This is where Bruce is like, I've killed all these Green Lanterns. I have so much power, but I still feel alone and vulnerable. So this is where he would ordinarily, with the bats, become Batman. And but now he's just going to be the Dawnbreaker. So check out those bats on his face. That looks so cool. So here, this is the picture This is the Green Lantern's new oath. I guess the Dawnbreaker's oath. With darkness black, I choke the light. No brightness day escapes my sight. I turn the dawn to midnight. Beware my power, Dawnbreaker's might. I don't know the real Green Lantern slogan, but my friend Mike does. He says it all the time. He knows it by heart. So, as soon as he becomes the Dawnbreaker, he just starts falling through this void. And the whole world starts falling through this void. And it ends up, the Batman Who Laughs. There he is asking him to join him and his other buddies. So he's got all the Robins here. He's got Flash over there. You can't see Flash in the panel, but he is over there on the left. They're way in the background, and he's asking him to join up with him. And all you got to do is bow to this dude, Lord Barbados. I don't know who Lord Barbados is, but that's who you got to bow to. You join us, we're good. Next thing happens, we're at Earth Zero. Hal Jordan's Earth. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. So we're there, and Dawnbreaker's there. He's going to snuff the light out of this world, because I think that's what they're going for. They're just trying to destroy all the different multiverses, or all the different universes in the multiverse. But Hal Jordan shows up. He's not going to give it to him. He's like, Batman, is that you? But it's not Batman, it's Dawnbreaker. So he's going to try to stop him. So him and Dawnbreaker get in a fight, and the Ring has no idea how to protect Hal Jordan, because it's never fought anything like Dawnbreaker's powers, because this is like the opposite of light now. He's like the dark Green Lantern. So all these big monsters are here trying to extinguish the Hal Jordan's Green Lantern light, and he's just slowly going black into the darkest the pits of where the Dawnbreaker's at. And you see here this pretty cool panel. It's just as he's fading down, you see less and less, and all you see the whites of his eyes, and then it's just blackness. But right before he gets snuffed out, Dr. Fate comes in, gives him the light he needs, and pulls him into a different multiverse. Green Lantern doesn't want to go because he wants to save his world, but he just can't do it because Dr. Fate needs him elsewhere to be able to save the rest of to be able to save everything else. And that's where it ends. It ends with a black. The next page is just black, and there's nothing there. So this was a great comic. I had fun doing it. It was easy to get through. I didn't want it to be over. So good. I think this is this Dawnbreaker thing is just they did one for a lot of different people. They did one for the Flash, I believe. They did one for I think there was a Doomsday one. Just introducing these new offshoot characters that are going to be in the Dark Multiverse. So I've never read them all. I think this is the first one I've ever read, so I think I'm going to read the rest of them. I suggest you guys do it too. It's very cool stuff, guys. I'll see you next time. Be good to yourselves. Remember to comment down below so we have names for the wheel, or boxes for the wheel. Appreciate everybody that continues watching. We'll see you next time.